its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young working from the gun. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they take him down right along the 30. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. From the gun, again to Brooks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. Jukes out a 1-stop, and he gets this forward to the 19. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a But for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Catch is made in close. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Carter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. That's Smith on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They go play action on 1st. He's got Smith. And there's a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Catch made by Carter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
This one intended for the running back. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Pass play coming here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Carter here from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this is from 47. Mevis able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action now, Young. Buying some time right. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. He finds Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Young to throw it. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. A 2nd down throw for Young. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The screen pass falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. Brooks. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Back-to-back runs stop short, and now it leaves him with a big third and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Here is Brooks. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers now lead by 10. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Romo's point after is good. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. He's on the move. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. First down, ball at the 36. Hands off here for Brooks. And that's good for a gain of 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. the Panthers, hoping to grow their lead before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running once more with Brooks. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Young. Connects with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's going deep. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Young working from the gun. To the right, and intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Young back to it after the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fielded at his own 48. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll come out throwing. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Working inside the red zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Saints take the lead just before halftime. Levis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Launches one deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete out to the right. And he crosses midfield before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Now an inside give to Carter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He's got a man left. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Third and long for him here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Young. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Young on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up
sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to...
Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. That right there might just earn him a one-way ticket to his coach's doghouse. He interfered with a fair catch, and that gives this offense a free 15-yard boost heading on the field. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. A give left side to Carter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Man in motion, headed right. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Carter up the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal. Pass play now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
From the gun on third down. Has it down close. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Young. Trying for the deep ball. He steps in and makes the interception. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know They're going to be going after number 3.
Running right, this is Carter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Dumps it off to his running back. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they'll continue to lead by 9.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now, Young. Fits it through the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 32 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Young on 1st and 10. He brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd down run with Brooks. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Romo adds the point after. And the Panthers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He'll get this one to Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Motion man right is Smith. Here's Carter on the carry. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Carter. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
This finds Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Ken, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just take the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Young working from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. A give to Carter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9. They motion the tight end over. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got Smith. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Good for the Saints.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Flush down out to his left. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. They're throwing it. Getting out to his left. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
He'll throw it yet again. Chased out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. So it's a win for the Saints. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.